It's like looking at a tutorial trying to fade.
I think that's what happened to me at a glory hole.
So a legal team that forced Tesla's board of directors to agree last July to return more than $700 million in compensation for allegedly overpaying themselves are now seeking to be paid over $10,000 an hour for their work.
What?
So you get this? They're like, hey, Tesla board, you guys are overpaying yourselves. We're suing you.
Who's suing them?
This legal team.
Okay.
We're gonna sue you guys because you guys overpaid yourselves, and we're gonna overpay ourselves for the work.
The legal team.
$10,690 an hour.
A lot of these guys, there's like leechy lawyer teams out there that just say we're doing this for justice, but it's really for them to make a hell of a money.
Almost all class action lawsuits don't benefit anybody but the lawyers, bro.
The firm makes the most.
Yeah, because then the people that are in the class action, they end up getting like $2.
Yeah, dude, 30 cents and shit. You ever get one of those checks? It's pretty great. I never even know why I'm part of like some class action lawsuit either. It's like,
me neither.
Used to work here, I guess, and then they're like, oh yeah, they got sued. Here's 95 cents.
Damn.
How do you stop lawyers? Do you just ask the mafia to stop them? Like, I don't know.
What say you, Bart?
I don't know. Lawyers, you hate them, but you also love them because when they do the right thing, they protect you.
So you need your own team of lawyers to battle so it's like you have your own army of lawyers.
Yeah, you need like a mafia or like the Godfather. You need your own in-house consigliere, like
You do.
who's just a lawyer,
Because those guys are helpful.
and they understand everything about the law and how the game works, but they're your family. That's what you need.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I need a Rudy Gio.
That's why Asian families are always like, we need a doctor, we need a lawyer, because they want one in the family.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Why do they need an engineer to build a bridge for the family?
Not for long, dude.
That might
AI
be.
is gonna take over.
Never
that
know.
And when you got one in the family, they can talk to you about the real.
Yeah.
You know, they don't.
But they're not billing you the hourly on that.
Could be like, you know, honestly, this is, versus like if you're just a client, they still have to maintain this professional relationship, but you can feel like you're trying to tell me something extra, but you can't legally say it.
Oh, and they
I wouldn't
talk
want my
slower.
family. I wouldn't go to my family member as a doctor because I don't want them to look at my balls.
That's true, or my butthole.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It has to be a
Family
strong.
changer.
I thought you meant you're the doctor. Huh? I thought you meant you're the doctor. Oh, I don't want to see all of their balls either. That's worse.
So if approved, this would be the largest.
Uncle
ever-
Cough.
This would be the largest ever to result from a shareholder lawsuit filed against the board.
$10,000 an hour?
How do you justify that?
$229 million in fees.
$229 million.
Did they win?
When they got $700 million. That's crazy.
So the board of directors is returning more than $700 million in compensation, and the legal team wants $229 million of that in fees.
The irony is fucking beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
But who's suing? Like, I don't get.
Legal team?
The legal
They
team
built
found.
a case. They built a case that the board of directors is overpaying themselves, and then they want to overpay themselves.
And then the money's going back to Tesla?
So the $700 million is being compensated back to Tesla, and the legal team wants $229 million. In
I see.
Doesn't this mean that the board of directors gotta hire their own legal team, another legal team to protect themselves from their own legal team?
Kinda, because the board of directors is the beneficiary, right?
Yeah.
So they're
So are they working on behalf of the stockholders?
the board. Oh. The board is the defendants, right?
Because this is my predicament every time working with a lawyer. They're like, okay, you get this contract from this third party, right? You're like, okay, cool. I need someone to look this over for me. So I give this contract. Hey, Mr. Lawyer buddy, can you help me out? Of course. Here is my working agreement with you. And I'm like, well, who do I get to double check this document? You know what I mean? Like, and then I gotta give this to another lawyer to protect me from this lawyer, so this lawyer can protect me from this person.
Yeah.
So the shareholders
Like, goddamn.
the rest of the company,
Yeah.
right? And the rest of the company now will be paid out based on what the board of directors compensated themselves with. So that $700 million should be sprinkled down to the shareholders in the company, right? But instead, $200 million of that's going to this legal team who are overbilling.
So it's arguably worse that they're even doing this at all.
I mean, I don't know that it's worse for the shareholders.
No, because $500 million is still going somewhere in a sense. But now the old board of directors, they need to hire a legal team, not to protect themselves, but just to sue the legal team that sued
That's
them.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now they need a countersuit.
Insane.
Yeah.
Some
A lot of
shit.
different games being played at the highest levels. That's why sometimes it's just much more easier to beat broke.
But think about it like this: if another legal team was willing to come in and charge only $5,000 per hour,
Yeah.
Chinese discount, huh? You're thinking really good, like a
you know what I'm saying?
That's the hardest thing when, I guess from our experience when Rick Ross was suing LMFAO, I guess like it was to be assumed that both lawyers on each side knew that they were just gonna string this on as long as possible.
Dude, they always have dinner with
That's
each
why
other.
when you got the family member, then you're like, this guy's actually.
But that's the part that's harder. Like, let's say you're using your lawyer
they're
that you've
billing
always
hours.
had. Like, this is your lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the risk of getting a new guy at that point?
Yeah.
It's like for sure you're gonna get fucked.
But you don't go, hey man, why you fucking spending so much time?
Because every lawyer that you run into is gonna say, "I'll do a better job. I won't do that." It's like, but you hardly know that guy.
Yeah.
It's like it's super. You're screwed.
And check this out: the Tesla directors have not objected to the fee request, and they're expected to approve it. And this is kind of there's common precedent for this. In 2012, Delaware Supreme Court affirmed a $304 million fee from a Southern Copper shareholder lawsuit involving $2 billion of damages. So the fee worked out to be $35,000 an hour. Yeah.
I want to make that much an hour.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
That's a fucking Charger every hour.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
That's a Dodge Charger every hour, dude.
I like this thing.
Yeah, we Dodge Chargers I got.
Yeah. The
It's a
state.
fucking used Sienna
The state-
every hour.
The state's high court said the judges should examine the outcome achieved and not the hourly rate.
So that's crazy. That's the idea. It's like, okay, well, we were able to save you $2 billion, so it's okay if you give us $300 million. It's all like,
That's how it works, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Percentages.
Oh, yeah.
But that's different. If you go up front with it, that's different. If you say my lawyer fee is 10% of whatever, then that's like a normal agreement.
Yeah, oh, I see it.
But if you're like, okay, cool, we'll get you this, and then after everything's kind of settled, you're like, all right, now I'm gonna charge. How much should we charge per hour? And then you're doing it as like an hourly billable. That just seems so much more unethical.
Because I bet you that same lawyer's helping out this lady with a car accident for $100.
Law and ethics, man. It's hard to fucking mix those together.
Because it's different from like, it's almost like getting paid salary versus hourly, right? If you're like, my payment is 10%, then it doesn't matter how many fucking hours we had to work or how many team members we had to put on this thing. It's just, that's the rate. You know what I'm saying?
It seems so like, you know, like the government, how like you almost are an idiot for not getting the money that you know will come your way. Where it's like, yeah, this is gonna suck to do it this way, but like everyone's doing it. Why not just get paid?
Well, that's what's crazy about this particular lawsuit, because like Anthony said, it's like 10%, right? That sounds more reasonable. This settlement would be 25%. Right?
Wow, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's a lot.
A lot. It's a huge little chunky chunk.
Are you allowed to machine gun people down that you feel are trying to cheat you?
I think
Like a whole firm.
in Delaware.
Machine gun them down.
I think you can, but then you just have to do the next lawsuit.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get a civil lawsuit.
Yeah. Or just jail time.
Maybe this will stop them from overpaying in the future.
Well, the question would be, would you rather save $300 million and maybe do a little jail time?
No jail time.
I don't want to do any jail time.
No jail time.
Well, that's why you just hire somebody to do it. You promise him $50 million, and he's just the fallout guy. You know what I mean?
But then that guy's like FBI, get on the ground. You're like, fuck.
Or he tattles.
This is why it doesn't work, guys.
Do you remember that Chinese jail? I mean, the Chinese court case where it was like a fucking 100 assassins? Because they were asking, one assassin was hiring another assassin, so the job started like $1 million.
kept getting outsourced?
And it kept going down to like 1,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so there was like a RICO case basically, because every single assassin, it started like with a couple thousand bucks, and then he ratted out the other assassin that hired him. So it was just 100 people all the way up to the person who hired originally.
So dishonorable.
Yeah.
They're just too lazy to just do it themselves.
Maybe they were all like, I'm not an assassin, but I'll take 50 grand. And then they go, hey, are you an assassin? They're like, yeah. They're like, I'll give you 30 grand. And then they're like, all right. And then they go, you know.
They all read 4-hour work week that month or something. But, oh, we should outsource this.
That's what happens when you drop your car off at a lot of places too. They'll pay another shop to do it cheaper.
What the fuck?
A lot of times, yeah.
What? That's why the dealership fucks you so hard, huh?
Not shop, but they'll pay they'll get someone who doesn't have their papers.
How do you know all the rackets?
Because I've done that.
Dude, let me know more rackets you got.
No, man. It's
One time I went to get a haircut, I closed my eyes and another barber came in and I looked, what the fuck, who are you?
Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm just kidding.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
Oh, do you think that's what
Keep your
happened?
eyes shut. Don't open your fucking eyes.
It's like looking at a tutorial trying to fade.
I think that's what happened to me at a glory hole.
Really?
Get it outsourced?
Here?
No, I went and I met this lady, and I was like, "Oh, you're so hot." And then she goes, "Okay, come into this place, put your penis in the hole." And then when
I'll meet you on the other side.
yeah, when I got inside, I put my penis, and I came, and I was like, and then I left thinking, "Damn, she was so hot." But maybe it was a guy.
Yeah. Bunch of hair on her knuckle.
Maybe it was a guy on the other.
Why do I have to meet you on the other side?
Was there any whiskeys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Any sort of?
little bit of stubble.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard a grunt too, but I thought that was another guy in another room. So, I don't know.
It's very similar to this Apple case, man.